everybody, I'm Kim from Yesterday's Tomorrow's. Welcome to my kitchen. Besides creating and making home decor, I always love to cook and spend some time in my kitchen. So today I'm going to be making a dessert for Mr. Fancy, my husband. So I thought you guys would like to join me and see what I'm making tonight. It's Skillet. I'm make sure I'm saying the right word. Skillet Apple Pie Biscuits. Yum, 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 yum. All right, so get your cast iron skillet, get it all ready to go, and let's begin. Okay, so preheat your oven at 375, and it calls for half a cup of butter. So that's a stick of butter. Okay, so you have to melt that. So let's get that started in the microwave. All right, so let's get the butter started, guys. There we go. Put that in there. 30 seconds. Let's see what happens. Okay. Then we need a half a cup of brown sugar. So let's get our brown sugar done. Look at this cute little measuring cup I get from Walmart. I always just keep everything right in there, and it's always ready there for my use. Now this only goes up to a quarter of a cup, so of course we are going to need 2 of that. All right, so let's get our quarter of a cup of brown sugar in there. Now, this is going to be unbelievably delicious. This is a great fall dessert. For me, it's a great dessert for any time of the year. Right now here in New Jersey, it's cold, and it's February, so it's a great dessert for that, for this time of year. All right, so there we go. So we got our half a cup of brown sugar. Let's check our butter while I'm doing this. Let me see how much it melted. Ooh, no, it needs a little bit more. Let's do another 30 seconds. There we go. All right, so we have our half a cup of brown sugar. To this, we need a tablespoon of cinnamon. Now, I just eyeball it, guys. I'm not, this is a new one, I think. Hold on. But, yes, it's new. All right, so here we go. So let's open it up. And I'm just eyeballing this. I like a lot of cinnamon. I love the taste of cinnamon. So you do as much cinnamon as you like. But it calls for 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. And you just sprinkle that on. Just like so. Hold on. Our butter's calling us. Let me see. Yep, that's done. Okay, so let's put our butter right over here for a minute. There we go. All right. This is coming out slow today. All right. I like cinnamon. There we go. All right. So 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Now, I had it in my cupboard. The recipe doesn't call for it, but I'm going to use it. Apple pie spice. So we're doing stuff with apples. I'm like, oh, whatever. Let's just use it. All right. Oh, it smells so good. So good it smells. All right. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on there. It's not going to hurt. But the recipe doesn't call for it, but if you got apple pie spice, you must want to use it. Okay, so now let's stir that up. Just like so. All right. And let's stir it into the cinnamon sugar. Oh, I wish you guys had smell-o-vision just for this. The cinnamon sugar, the cinnamon, the apple pie spice. Oh, it smells absolutely delicious. All right, so now we're going to take a, what is this? It is, I don't know, just 1 can. I can't, it's so small I can't read it, but it's 1 can of apple pie filling. I get the Walmart brand, guys, and I think it's just as good as all the other ones, so use it. All right, so let me get a spoon. And I don't like to put I do not like to put the slices in. These are slices. I don't like to put the whole slices in, so I like to cut them up. So this is how I do it when I need to cut up the apple pie filling. I just take my kitchen shears. These are the ones I just used just for cooking with, and I just take them and I just use a scissor, just like that. If you just have a knife, you could just do it like that, or if you want to put it in your blender, just on chop. But I just like to cut them up into small little pieces. This way you're not getting big chunks of apples. You're just getting smaller chunks of apples. All right, so just like so. Cut them all up. And if you can see, now it's getting into smaller chunks of apples instead of the slices. Now, I don't know if they come in cans of chunked apples instead of slices. If they do, you can just get that. I've never seen it, but they might have it. Okay, so there we go. So then into this you need, oh, I almost forgot, guys, my vanilla. Into this, you need 1 teaspoonful of vanilla. Of course, I just eyeball it. That looks like 1 teaspoon of vanilla to me. All right, and then just stir it around, your vanilla into your apples. And I think I probably need a little bit more. I don't think I did enough. There we go. All right, now we're good. Oh, I love the smell of vanilla too. Vanilla, brown sugars, apples. Oh. So far, it doesn't get any better than this. Okay, there we go. So that's all ready to go. And then we are going to take our cast iron skillet, guys. All right, now here's the butter. Okay, I just use one of these little baster things, and I'm just basting my skillet with my butter mixture, just like so. Let me do it this way. There we go. And I do up around the sides also for when the biscuits rise in the oven. They're not sticking to the pan. This is gonna be so delicious, guys. Mr. Fancy is gonna love this. This is gonna be a surprise for him. He's supposed to be on a diet and he's not supposed to be eating this, but once in a blue moon, right? You gotta treat yourself. Okay, so that's all ready to go. Okay, so let me put this in the sink. Okay, so now for the fun part, guys. All right, you want to take, oh, let's get our biscuits. Now these are just the Grand biscuits. These are the flaky layers. I got the butter tasting. I don't know. I just think everything's better with butter, right? But use what you whatever you know, flavor can biscuits you like. The buttermilk, the home style, whatever. Doesn't really matter. And we're gonna give it a, let's see, fingers crossed. It works. Ah, there it goes. Sometimes it's a little stubborn. Okay, so let's get, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we got perfect. There we go. Okay, so what you wanna do, let's make an assembly line here. Okay. You want to dip your biscuit in the butter, just like so. And then dip it in the brown sugar and cinnamon mixture. Guys, look. Ah, doesn't that look delicious? Okay, and then we're just going to put it around the pan, just like this. This is gonna be so good. So good. All right. And if you can see what I'm doing here, okay. There we go, and I'm just gonna put it in a circular around the pan, and then we'll have one for the middle. And this is the one with the 8 biscuits, guys. This is the Grands. So this is with the 8 biscuits. That's 3. It's gonna be 4. And then when you do it, you know, make sure you're getting it on the sides too, not just on the top and the bottom. You want your biscuit to taste delicious on all the sides. I'm just loving these canned biscuit recipes, guys. I have another one that I'm gonna be trying out, and I will let you know how I like it. It's a chicken cordon bleu one. So stay tuned for that. So that should be good. Chicken cordon bleu. Who doesn't like chicken, ham, Swiss cheese, right? Who doesn't like all that? Sounds delicious, right? All right, so there we go. We got 2 more to go. And this is fitting perfectly. Oh, I did that the wrong way. Butter first, Kim. Look at him, all excited. Butter first. There we go. Butter first. Then the topping. Then the cinnamon. and brown sugar mixture. I'm sure that's not going to hurt it one bit. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. Just like so. Okay, so you're going to have a little room in between your biscuits, but that's okay because you want the room for when the biscuits expand as they are cooking. All right, so hold on. Let me wash my hands off real quick. And let's put our apple mixture on it. Now, I told you, I love cinnamon, guys. I love cinnamon. So for me, I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon to my apple mixture too. I just love it. If you're not a huge cinnamon lover, then you don't have to put it, but I don't know. I just think that it's gonna be good with the apples. I mean, cinnamon and apples are a match made in heaven. All right, so there we go. All right, so then you just want to sprinkle them, you know, put some over the top of each one, just like so. There you go. Now you can see, just putting them on each one, just like that. Just on, flip it on each one. Doesn't matter if they fall off, that it falls off into the pan. That's gonna be totally fine. Just like that. And once you got them all on each one, just scatter them around in the pan. It doesn't matter. Just like so. Now this, remember, this is gonna go into a 375 degree oven for 35 to 40 minutes, all depending on your oven. And once the biscuits are all puffed up and it's bubbling around the edges, you know it's done. All right, so there we go. Oh, doesn't that look delicious, guys? That looks beautiful, just beautiful. All right, so waste not, want not. Let's take the rest of this delicious mixture of the brown sugar and the cinnamon and the apple pie spice. Now remember, you don't have to add the apple pie spice. If you don't have it, it's not a big deal. I just had it in my pantry, figured I'd use it. There, I'm just going over the top, just like so. My house is gonna start smelling beautiful in a little bit. Okay, and just put that around, just like so. Now, waste not, want not, right? There we go. Just pour the rest of the butter over the biscuits, just like that. There we go. Alrighty, now here we go. I got my oven preheated, 375. Like I said, 35-40 minutes. When it's done, I'll be back and I will show you the finished result. There we go, into the oven it goes. Okay, I'll see you soon. Okay, here it is, hot out of the oven. In my oven, mine took 35 minutes, and it is piping hot. It's bubbly. It smells absolutely delicious. Let me get the pot holder because this is hot. If you can see around the edges, it's bubbling, and that you can tell that it's done. When your biscuits are popped up and raised, and all around the edges, you see the apples and the cinnamon all bubbling. This is going to be so delicious for a dessert. You can take now some glaze if you want to put a glaze on top. We're not going to do a glaze because we're going to do something a little better. We're going to put vanilla ice cream on top of it. But if you want to put a glaze on this, like a cinnamon roll, you sure can. But we are going to do ours tonight for dessert with vanilla ice cream. And I will show you that when we plate it up. But first, we have to have our dinner. I will show you when it's done.